Who's been player of the year so far?
So in regards to player of the year, right, it's got to be about impact. So in terms of impact, Virgil van Dijk has to be there for me because if you take him out of that squad, they're not competing.
He's definitely in the
He's one. He's one. Another one I think is one for me as well. Is based on influence, right? I'm not saying he is the player of the year so far, but he's in the conversation. Hazard. If you take away his 10 goals and 10 assists, Chelsea are probably 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think
could you break down? You said VVD. Break down like
so
why?
with
his
Van
pace,
Dijk,
his
right?
Power,
I'm talking less so like the attributes you can see. My thing is, if you look at purely at statistics, right?
Cool.
Liverpool last year were a team that were blowing teams away but conceding stupid goals. He comes in. He comes in. They start going towards a 2-0 and 1-0 sort of thing, which it's not that they're being pragmatic, it's just that they can rely on the defence. That every time where they've had another defender come in, I'm not going to say him because he probably watches this and he's probably getting hurt. Lovren probably watches this and he gets so much.
Lovren is trash.
Think about it, right? Every time this guy comes in, right, he's like a virus. Anytime, any mistake that you see from that team, it's never Van Dijk, and obviously we can't see what he's saying to the back four. We can't see what he's talking about.
But there's some sort of positive influence.
There seems that there's some sense of assurance and leadership there.
So why are you saying VVD?
Similar reasons.
You guys think
you look at the
VVD?
way he's come in.
No,
and the way he's
I'm putting names out. Those are two names.
I'd put him first and only.
I think the player of the year, like Virgil van Dijk, is in discussion. The thing is, he'll probably win it because there's a whole bandwagon and everything that's going on around it. Yeah, but I think it's Salah. I think Salah's the player of the year at the moment because at the end of the day, goals win games. You get me? And Salah's producing. He's the top goal scorer in the Premier League.
How many goals is he on as of when we speak?
He's got 14 goals at the moment in 22 games.
I want to say his season this season is better than last season. Though.
Yeah, because now it's expected. It's just like Harry Kane can score 29 goals this season, and we're not gonna make noise about it. Whereas as he was before, Salah has scored 9 or 10 goals that have been the opening goal for Liverpool. That's decisive. That means he's breaking the deadlock.
And winners as well.
Yeah, they
yesterday.
They didn't lose games.
Yesterday,
winning goals are what matters.
Winning goals.
Yesterday was the winner.
Yeah, yesterday
good
was
example. Good example.
But he's got 14 goals.
He's got
14 goals. Aubameyang and Harry Kane.
How much has Aubameyang
14. They both got 14.
And how much has Kane got?
14.
Kane is one behind.
But then he's got 7. He's also got 7 assists, which means he's actually contributed to the most goals than any other player in the Premier League. 21 goals he's contributed to in Liverpool's. So Hazard's only one behind. Yeah, but the difference is Hazard is 4th and Liverpool are 4 points clear.
You know the other player.
Tell you what, go on. 1 second, Fuad. Who's another player you want to mention?
Mine was. I thought about Salah, thought about Hazard as well. These two players because the impact they bring and the goals and assists or whatever. And Virgil van Dijk is obviously definitely another person. Obviously, you guys say who has given the impact in the squad. But also, I was thinking if you look at the same when you say statistics and like how to improve a team, you know, Mitrovic of Fulham. For example. Listen. Just.
Bro, Fulham are like the worst team in the league. Get the hell out of here.
I know.
What do you mean?
Just in terms of impact as for the team.
Bro, you're bugging.
No,
the goals.
Because if there was impact, they wouldn't be bottom.
True.
They wouldn't be bottom.
Hey, remember when Scott Parker got player of the year and they got relegated, fam? This is what this guy wants again.
No.
Listen,
I'm just talking about the goals you scored. The shot.
Wheel up what you said. Mitrovic.
Go on.
He took off his glasses.
This guy, you know Alan Brazil. You know Alan Brazil when he said Mitrovic is like the best striker. He can play for Barcelona and Real Madrid.
The thing is, right?
Get out of here.
This is why we have to be very careful now, yeah, because we are like 2 minutes away from start saying that Ryan Fraser and Callum Wilson.
Bro, that's what I mean.
Listen,
we can't go down this route. I get what you're saying in terms of
for the team.
I get what you're saying that.
That's ridiculous, man.
I don't even get what you're saying in terms of. I'm trying to understand the logic in the sense that how many goals has Mitrovic?
He's got like 9 goals, isn't it? Or is it?
No, he's on 10.
No, he's not on 10. Because he's not on 10. Aguero's on 10.
Check. No, because he got 7 goals as Aguero.
Keep talking.
Aguero. Sterling's got 9. I don't think he's on.
He's got 10 goals as Aguero.
potential player of the season so far.
I know.
Player of the season so far.
Imagine
like,
Mitrovic holding the player of the year, bro. The Premier League's over.
That's
Everyone better start
finished.
watching
That
League
is
One.
finished.
Nobody better start talking about the Liga One, the French League.
I'm solely saying
if
in
Mitrovic
terms
wins
of
player of the
the
year.
impact on a team.
If you're
My
talking,
thing is right.
if you're talking impact though, you
Because
like
Fulham are
Virgil
also a
van
white team
Dijk, you cannot discount.
Yeah,
Even
it has
if
to
you-
be. Look, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, like if we keep it real, it has to be a Liverpool player, in my opinion. It has to be a Liverpool player.
Just to eradicate this discussion that we just had before, right? Mitrovic, in terms of goals,
He's scrolling down.
is 8
This
goals,
season.
2 assists. Anderson's got
Same
the
as
same
Aguero.
thing.
Same as Aguero, no?
Who's this?
Aguero's got 10 goals.
Richarlison's got 9 goals, 1 assist. Callum Wilson 9 goals, 5 assists.
Mitrovic is the worst shout.
Aubameyang 14 goals,
For the
3
first
assists.
5 games, that was maybe acceptable, but now, no.
That's
But
a
in terms
shout.
of Cam, you raised a good point in terms of if we're looking at pair of, because halfway through the season they were unbeaten, 19 games.
Yeah,
they played
exactly.
Everyone. They had their
But what
they
has
were unbeaten.
improved the most? It's not been them
It's
going
them
forward.
defeating-
It's
I
been
think
them
I
defensively.
believe Salah scored in 13 different games as well. But he's getting each game.
But
That's
then-
consistency. He's showing a level
if
of
you're talking
consistency that
individual
nobody
impact,
else in the
Virgil
Premier League
van
is
Dijk,
showing.
Do you know
for
why?
Holland.
Do you know
For
why?
Holland even,
Yeah, but
internationally,
we're
what
talking
he's
about
done.
this now.
Yeah, but we're not
No,
going to talk
come
about.
on, man.
goalposts.
They
We're
were
not
in the
gonna talk
same
about
group
that.
as Germany
No.
and Spain.
Yeah, but
Let's
that's
stop
not
shitting
nothing
on
to
that,
do
bro.
with the Premier League.
We're talking
bro.
about the
No,
Premier
but
League.
we're just talking general player of
No,
the
we're
season
talking the
so far.
Premier
Nah,
League.
Premier League.
Even
about the
Premier
Premier
League,
League.
what you're saying,
Did
Virgil
you
van
watch-
Dijk.
Van Dijk is up there. He'll probably win it. He'll be up there.
Did you watch the full 90 minutes of those games that he played against those
Spain
teams?
and Germany.
Yeah,
Of course I did.
You watched them?
Yeah, there was a couple howlers in there.
No, I'm just saying. Did you watch? What do you watch on BT Sports or ESPN? What was it on?
Live stream. I'm like,
No one's watching it. Back to the Premier League. though. In regards to with the Salah point, the reason why it's interesting is people saying that he's not reaching the numbers of last year.
Which
But-
he's on track to do.
He's
One,
on good
I'll
course, yeah,
counter
yeah.
that
He's
with saying that
expected
he's
more,
on,
that's
he's
all.
on track.
14 goals in
Two-
22 games.
That's
That's
prolific.
fantastic record.
But what people are not realizing as well is Liverpool not blowing teams away 3-0, 4-0 anymore. So if he's scoring
playing
goals,
smart.
they're playing smart. They're winning 1-0, 2-0. If he's scoring
But they're not
goals, that
conceding
means
many
he's doing
goals as last year as
instrumental.
Yeah.
They're not exactly. So that's why the balance between Salah and Van Dijk, I can hear it. The reason why ultimately it's hard for me to decide maybe between which one is because who has had more impact in the big games.
Yeah, Salah's not
So
been the best in
Salah's-
the big
he's
games
not
this
been
season.
the best this season, whereas I think Van Dijk's been very instrumental.
Yeah, he's
in
been
those big
solid.
games. Apart from the City game where he
Yeah.
could have
The
told
recent one,
Lovren,
yeah.
he could have told Lovren,
Yeah,
listen,
yeah,
man,
bad
man's on
on.
the shoulder.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
Apart
that's
from
the
that,
only game.
I think that's
Yeah.
the only game that I've watched him and I thought,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I can't even lie. If I had Lovren,
And
playing
that
next to
game
me,
he
I'll do
played.
exactly
And
the
that
same.
game, in that game,
He
to
did
be
well.
fair, he played
He
well.
did well.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, he is the leader of the team, but we can't put everything
Did Klopp tell
on
you this?
him. Like, well, he looks like the leader. I see him. You see him shouting at Trent.
Nah,
You
man.
see him shouting at Trent
he
the other
is the
day.
leader,
You
innit?
see him.
I'm just
He's the
making
leader
sure
of the team. He's got the captain armband when Henderson's not on time. Guessing he's the leader.
Yeah. No, I'm messing
And
up.
then
He's
like,
a
we
voice,
can't put
he's a voice.
everything on him. Like that Lovren thing wasn't his fault.
No,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
not
So-
saying it's fault. I'm just saying that was like that was the first time because usually he's all seeing. He's
Yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, the guy's omnipotent. He's everywhere on that pitch. That was the first time I saw something, and it's like, to be fair, like because when I watched Liverpool, it was
Yeah.
the first time I saw something. And, but at the end of the day, Aguero was a world class striker.
Yeah, yeah. And the
World-class-
finish was
It
ridiculous.
was
wasn't
ridiculous. He roofed
Which
it.
no one should be
But
scoring from
away
that
from those like top teams, who's like a standout player that is performing maybe out of their skin or doing really well? That's not really that won't get that player of the year, but they deserve some plaudits. This is when the Mitrovic claim can come in, and maybe like a young Callum Wilson.
This might sound crazy, but I'd say Son Heung-Min for someone who's been
Yeah.
away at the Asian tournament. But
Nah,
earlier in
man,
the start of the
Son's on
season,
recent
hear this,
forms. Nah,
man. 20 games,
Spurs always
11
trying to
goals.
find themselves
This
involved
guy's
in
such a bitter
some type
asshole,
of
bro.
conversation, bro.
Why are you
Relax,
so
man.
bitter?
There's
Why?
Felipe Anderson for West Ham.
I was gonna say
Felipe
Felipe
Anderson for
Anderson.
West Ham.
I
Yeah,
was
Has done
gonna
more
say-
than Son Heung-Min this season.
for the team
Has
that
had
he's at,
more
for the
game-changing
level that he's
goals.
at, for the level that he's at.
Now you're talking levels.
Yeah, because that's what he
We're
said
not
though.
doing this.
That's what he
He
said.
plays at a lower level.
Ah,
no,
Spurs
That's
trying to.
one level.
Why do
I'm
Spurs
gonna
try to
stay-
get
I'm gonna stay
themselves
quiet
involved in
this
every
season.
conversation?
What do you mean? We're talking about
You're
individual
not player of
players.
the year. You're
Why
not
are you
gonna win the
bringing
league this
teams
season.
into it?
Stop
We're
trying to
talking
get
individual
involved.
players. Son Heung-Min is
What?
an individual, not the team.
Yeah,
of
and
Spurs.
so is Felipe Anderson. He's
Felipe
done his
Anderson
thing.
has not had a better season than Son.
It's
How?
debatable.
Pull the
It's
numbers up,
debatable.
please.
It's
Pull
debatable.
the numbers up.
It's debatable.
Pull the
Felipe
numbers up. What's
Anderson.
debatable?
What's
There will be
debatable?
no
Numbers.
debate after
Bring
we
up
look
the
at
numbers.
these
Let me say the
All right,
numbers.
let's bring up
then, innit?
numbers.
What's going on
Because
there?
when I start giving,
This
guys
guy
are gonna have
talking
egg on their
bringing
face
West Ham
again.
trash.
Bring
Just
up
because
the
your boy
numbers. Bring up
Declan
the
plays there,
numbers.
you want to big these trash club up. West Ham trash.
No.
So, let me
Bring
say the
up
numbers, innit?
Bring up the numbers.
Felipe
Bring 'em up.
Anderson,
Go on.
Bring up the
Felipe
numbers.
Anderson. Anderson.
Goals scored,
Most
8
inconsistent
assists,
overweight player.
assists 2 shot on target. Do you want to do?
Nah, forget that. Goals is
8-2.
8, whatever. Yeah.
Son Heung-Min, 8 goals, 5 assists.
Boom!
What? 1 place for Spurs,
Impact.
1 place for West Ham.
And how many of them goals
Wait,
are winners?
hold on. 1 place
How
for
many of them
Spurs?
goals are winners?
I don't know.
There you
I don't
go.
know.
You don't know.
We'll
Son
search
has
that
got
later
3
on.
different
We'll search
games
that
he's won.
later on. But Felipe Anderson, his
Anderson.
impact to West Ham has been
Don't give
fantastic
me
this
that.
season.
Only you would think that.
So what?
Cool.
Because
So
of
my
3
thing
more
is
assists.
bitter.
Because of 3 more
Hater.
assists, yeah. When he's
No,
playing
hater.
with Harry Kane and them, man.
This is
yeah.
what a hater
Allow
sounds
it,
like.
Let's go back to question.
This is
For
what a
me-
hater sounds
For
like.
me,
Man.
I would, in terms of that, I would have to put, if that's what we're going on, I would have to put Callum Wilson.
Nah.
Take away his 9 goals and 5 assists.
That's actually a great record, actually. I didn't realize he got 9 goals, 5 assists.
9
He's
goals,
only
5
saying
assists.
that because he's linked with Chelsea nowadays.
No, he's not linked.
Yeah.
I don't really
Don't
believe
believe the
that, but-
tabloids.
50
But
mil.
the reason
The
why
thing
it's
is-
like, if you, and the reason why for me that it's a bit standout is because if you look at Bournemouth as a club, right, I'm not saying that we level parring with Burnley, but Burnley got that miraculous 7th.
Not everything is stats as well. Let's
No,
get
I'm
that
not
out
saying
there
stats.
because
What's
are we
Neves
going to
say?
now
What's
start
Neves
saying?
say?
No, are we going to
No.
start saying
I'm not
Richarlison
saying that.
because Richarlison's got 9 goals?
No,
Is he up there for the
exactly.
player of the year? bro?
What's Neves saying?
But this is-
What's that Wolves Neves saying?
What, Ruben Neves?
Yeah.
Neves probably
What's
got a
Neves
couple of
saying?
assists. Well, he's not on this list still. Danny Ings has got 7 goals and 1 assist.
Jeez.
Ings is whack.
But
Son is having the season of his life. Wait. So Son is having the season of his life, yeah. And apparently Martial's crap.
I'm telling you, he's
Yeah.
not having the worst
Martial got the
season.
same amount of goals as
He's not
Son.
having the best season of his
As
life.
Martial,
Why
8
are you
goals, 1
saying he's
assist.
having the best season of his life?
Nah, he's
Cam,
got his
what
goals.
you say about
making
Neves?
things up.
Cam,
You're
what you say about
making
Neves?
shit up.
Ruben Neves.
No, Neves has done his
I
thing.
want to make
But
a
nah,
make a
not
shout.
for
I
player
think
of the year.
Ruben Neves potentially.
He's gone missing
How-
in some games. I'll say that.
No.
Do you know what?
He
Yeah,
does
the
well,
thing is,
'cause
I would
he's
say
at Wolves.
Wolves.
Exactly. That's the thing.
I would
That's
say
the
he
thing.
has the potential within a season and a half.
He'll go to a big team.
Go to a big team.
And he's got
What, in
and
the Premier
he's got George
The thing
Mendes
is,
as his agent, so
My
he's
thing
definitely
is
going to go to a big
ultimately
team.
he's one of those
Mourinho's
players.
agent,
Where,
yeah.
He's one of those players where that you can, in terms of his skill set, it's a very good skill set. Like the kid can play ball. Like he's got the he can shoot
But
for range as well.
Wolves turn up in the high-profile moments, but they've
Exactly.
lost to some of their relegation
That's what I'm
contenders.
saying.
Fulham.
But at the end of
To
the
Fulham.
day, the reason why this is
Due
interesting
to
for the
Fulham.
debate for another time is if you look at Wolves, look at Everton as well. Teams like that, yeah, that try and play champagne football, right, against rubbish teams, it doesn't work. When they play champagne football against good teams, it works, but the quality of the other teams is greater than this. I think a great example of that was Everton Spurs. Everton played really well, but Spurs have better players than you. You can't beat them at that. style of football.
Wolves against Liverpool played good,
Amazing.
and then but they're just the final quality.
Because the quality of the other
not there.
team's greater, and that's why some of these teams they always go up and down. Because ultimately, when you play like your Burnley and what's another stiff, your Huddersfield, like you can't. It's not the same kettle of fish. Like it's hard.
Yeah.
You can't play champagne football when man are drinking Sprite or K-cider. Like it's tough.
Fair point.
So like that's why some of these teams go missing.
Is a low key one, yeah, that I think might have gone on the Wan-Bissaka for Crystal Palace.
Oh, he's been
Very good
saying.
shout.
He's been saying. Not player of the year.
I
Young
don't
player of
think
the year. Young player of
but
the year.
definitely
Young player of
deserves
the year.
credit. Like
Young
I
player of
think,
the year.
Stand out, like a
yeah.
standout.
He's
I
going to
think
be
he's
up there
done
for young
really
player of
well.
the year.
He's come out of nowhere.
He's
and
boss Sane, Mr. Best winger in the world. He's bossed him
Listen, a
twice.
lot of
He's doing
big
good work.
wingers. He's
You
kept
said
them
he's
quiet.
the
this
best
season.
Certain man in here, yeah.
said he's
Certain
the
man
best-
in
he
here
said he's
hype
the best
Sane.
winger.
Name him, bro.
Certain man,
Who-
man. They know who they
name
are.
him.
I don't have to say too much.
Me.
I don't have to say too much.
Sterling is
Certain
not as
man-
good as Sane.
Alright, let's
Period.
check-
Certain man
Let's check
in
the
here,
statistics on that one. Sane, 7 goals, 7 assists.
We're not doing this. We can't pull up stats for every single one.
Sterling, 9 goals, 7 assists.
Raheem Sterling, brother. Look, we don't say
Aight.
too much. We don't talk
Okay,
too much.
okay, cool.
We don't talk
You
too
take
much.
your Sterling. Thank you very much. Some
Doesn't even
some
matter.
actual
There's a
context.
reason for that.
Sterling's
There's a
played-
reason
common
for that.
sense
There's a
up
reason
in
for that.
here.
Sterling's
Instead of
played-
just thinking,
Hey,
let me defend Sterling.
Sterling's
The
played
media's attacking him.
Hey, do you
Let
know
me
what, yeah?
defend Sterling.
Worst
Sterling's
side-
played
Oh.
Worst signing.
1,479
Sterling.
minutes.
No.
How many minutes has he played?
1,470. Okay, he's played like 400 more minutes than Sane.
400 more minutes. That's nothing. That's all right.
What?
That's
That's like 5 whole games.
Five games.
Get out here. That's not.
That's light. That is light.
5 whole games.
Can we just put something out there? Can we just put something out there? Yeah.
Go on.
The for me, just on a random one, the worst sign of the season has been Mahrez. He has been awful.
Ooh, hot take.
Awful. Awful.
Listen,
He came for 60 million.
I think
60
he's
million.
had glimpses.
Since Mahrez is living off that season where they won the league.
Yeah,
Since then,
definitely.
people put him up there with the big dogs. He's not a big
This
dog.
sounds like
He's
not a big
it
dog.
It sounds like a dumb question, but what is your definition by worst? The fact that he's not playing or the fact that he's not producing when he's on the pitch?
The fact that he's not
not what they
producing
paid for.
and it doesn't even look like he can
Alright,
adapt
cool.
to what Pep
So
wants.
you're saying that, yeah? For me, it's got to be.
Remember,
Naby
don't forget.
Who?
Oh yeah, don't
For me,
forget
it's
though.
Naby Keita.
No, but don't forget he came in and he was benching Sane in the beginning.
Injuries.
No,
Big
let me
time. He's
tell
been
you.
out
Let me
injuries
tell
big
you.
time
Let me
as
tell
well,
you
man.
why. Right? It's because ultimately, it's very like when you're talking about other clubs. Sometimes there's some bias. You don't know what's going on, but you have to speak to the club's fans.
Yeah.
When you speak to Liverpool fans now, and they're telling you that this guy was given
Keita's
number 8.
literally one of the best.
This guy was given number 8 and
Gerrard.
whatnot. And then Klopp said that Fabinho and Keita need time to bed in. Fabinho got his time. He bedded in. He's playing now.
Yeah.
Keita's not even getting the time when he's fit. He can't. That tells me something. If
But
Klopp is not, if Klopp is
they're
not
firing
winning,
on all
no.
cylinders
But
now,
for
man.
me, if
Yeah.
Klopp
It's
is not,
difficult
no,
to get into
no,
it.
for me,
he's
if
lucky.
you're,
He's
if you're of
lucky.
that quality
Yeah.
and Klopp is not even giving you, because he,
hard.
nah, I'm telling you now,
man.
like even if when you watch him play, it's clear that Klopp is like there's something. They got ginnels. It looks like Klopp is admitting that he got ginnels with that player.
Nah, because the thing I would say with Mahrez is he's
No,
coming
that's-
from.
Aye, they
Mahrez
told
is
they
coming
told me that Keita's better than Pogba.
Who told you this?
They told me. They told me. They know.
Who's
They
they?
know.
That's established.
They
Who's
know.
they?
They know.
Who's they?
They know.
Who's they?
Hey, look,
Who's
they
they?
know. That's what I'm
Who's
saying.
they?
Who's
Who's
They
they?
know. They know. Bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna say too much.
The only
I
thing
ain't
I'd
gonna
say
say
about
too
Keita
much.
is he's coming from another league. He's had injuries and he's got a team that's firing on all cylinders, so it's hard to get into that side. And then we've had injuries that knocks you back as well. Mahrez, on the other hand, has got Premier League experience, has so-called killed it at other clubs. So there is
You know
none of
this-
this
this
settling
And
period.
he's 60 million. No, but don't
so
forget
for
though.
me, 60
cost
million,
million.
and when you're meant to be the icing on the cake to Pep's team or
Yeah.
whatever,
I don't
Yeah,
think.
every
well.
time you play,
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I don't
well.
think he
I,
was.
it was
icing the
it
cake.
was a sign. It was an unnecessary
It was
sign.
an
It was a
impulsive
greed.
thing.
It was a greedy
You know that,
sign.
you know that when you go
greed.
Selfridges sometimes, yeah, and then you see something and it's like, you know what, I'll just grab that, and you get home.
I
and it's
can't
like,
relate. fam.
Unnecessary.
I'm broke. I'm broke.
I don't
ain't
shop
got
in
money.
there.
So you got AirPods.
Not in my
Selfridges, I
budget.
go Primark, bro.
Not in
I
my
go
budget.
Primark.
You got AirPods, right? You got AirPods.
Bring him out, innit?
You
Bring him
got
out.
AirPods.
Bring him out.
So we say, what, you good? You're right.
Oh my days.
Calling Ian.
Alright, cool. In terms of the top teams, who's performing the worst?
As in,
What player? Like, if you were to look at the top, let's say the top 6 teams, which player is starting? It's a leading question, but what player is starting and performing the worst?
Half the Chelsea team.
No, it has to be Willian.
Giroud,
It has to be
Morata.
Willian. They're not starting.
No,
They're not starting.
Willian maybe.
Oh, you mean starting lineup?
As in players that are playing frequently are not performing. Like, who's that vote?
Unexpected.
Jorginho. Let's go.
I don't really know.
2,000 passes.
Actually,
Willian just went
2,000
level.
passes.
Willian just went
Tell
level
you
with
what,
Kieran
let's-
Clark.
let's-
How
on
many
goals.
chances created?
Yeah, yesterday.
13.
Less than Louise as well.
Hey, listen.
David Luiz got more.
I know you're
Willian
trying to
just went
dodge
level with
Chelsea
Kieran
shit.
Clark on goals. That's
Huh?
what I'm saying. Willian just went level with Kieran Clark on goals yesterday. So boy,
Tell you what, let's
The way
change.
you
Let's
lot bury Willian, yeah, it's unfair, man.
Alright, maybe let's
He's got
change the
technique.
direction of the conversation because obviously it looks like everyone wants to bust jokes and dress it.
Okay,
What
okay,
exactly is going wrong at Chelsea? I
it's-
can say my perspective as a fan, but it's
As a neutral, no defence.
you're not a neutral.
No
you're an
midfield.
op.
No.
Man said as a neutral. What's
No
going on
forward
here?
line.
Nah, for me, what's
I'm
going
not
wrong at
Chelsea.
Chelsea is it's just
No
no
plan.
full
No
line.
plan.
Jorginho's
No plan.
coming.
You've got the
Jorginho's
midfield with everything on the outside of that missing. I think your defence lacks a certain solidity. I think I don't trust Luiz and Rudiger for some reason. The keeper's a bit hit and
No,
miss at times.
It's just
you
not a
go,
very
just go.
balanced. It's just not a very balanced.
Do you want me to be
side.
honest?
There's no
That's all it
plan.
is.
There's
It's
no
just not a
plan.
very balanced
I
side.
think one, there's a bit of no plan. I think two,
Nah,
ultimately.
I think you got a plan. I think you got a
I-
plan. When you
I
go on the
don't.
pitch, I feel like you
no,
guys have
I
a
mean
plan.
like that, but in terms of like,
Yeah,
in terms of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean in
Where
terms
they
of
going?
long term, in terms of where's this team going?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think one of the issues when I look at it is the lack of pace is upsetting. Bruv, one ball in
Williams
behind
meant to be
you.
fast.
It's age.
The
man.
lack of pace is upsetting. You see Marcos Alonso, yeah? That guy has no legs.
Yeah.
When you're 6'3" playing left back,
He has
it
no.
already tells you something.
He has.
You wasn't designed to be a left back.
He
big
has
man.
zero.
Big man,
Zero
you're
legs.
a failed centre back.
Zero
Back
legs.
out left back, and now
No,
you
but
can
so
whip a
why are
ball.
you overlapping? Relax.
No. He's got text. He's got
That's the
text.
thing.
Don't
That's the only thing
overlap.
I'll give him. He's
He's
actually
got
got a
text.
wand
Ping
of a
the-
left foot.
ping
He's
the
got
ball.
a
Bro,
decent left
sometimes
foot.
I watch Chelsea and Alonso's your main
Outlet
attacking
ball,
threat.
bruv. Yeah, he's your
He's the
outlet
main
ball.
attacking
So
threat.
David Luiz has got 31. He created 31
But
chances.
this is what's crazy, right? So sometimes when we're playing now, we lack width, right? But somehow both the fullbacks end up in the box, but they don't have the pace to go back. What's going on here?
The biggest issue for me is Jorginho. this entire team
No,
is
it's
built
not.
around him.
You can't say that, man. You can't say that.
You built a team
And the
around
worst thing
Jorginho.
is, I don't see Sarri.
You built a team around Hazard.
Diverting away
You
from
built a
this.
team around Hazard, bro.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
here's
'cause Hazard
my
keeps
counter.
moving around.
There we go.
Maybe the move finishes with Hazard, and that's what's changed at Chelsea this season. Instead of him being the main creator,
The
But I would
people
say
need to give it time, man.
You're 10 assists.
Need to
everything
give it
revolves
time.
around
You're 10 assists
Jorginho
for
to the
Hazard.
point where
10
Kante, the best player, has been moved out of position, and now Kante looks a ghost of himself.
No,
So
to be
it's
fair,
for
right,
me, all of this for
you see this Kante
Jorginho,
stuff,
and what
right?
return have you
Kante's
got out of
actually-
Jorginho?
When you look at Kante, right, if you watch him
Not
play,
a lot.
he's actually